But Seamus, come here, Seamus. It's nice to have a sit down at Tullamore 2025.
Right.
How many Tullamores have you done?
I've a lot of them. I suppose probably from the early 2000s.
Early 2000.
We used to do all the national dairy shows in Mill Street when we were focusing on dairy farming. But then when slatted rubber was added to our portfolio, we had to concentrate on beef, so we started coming to the Tullamore Show around, I'd say 2001, 2002, something like that.
2001, 2.
And we have probably every year since.
And you know what, Seamus? It's amazing how funny life goes. 2002, I was over in the cattle ring showing cows.
I see.
And we had the cows that time, 2002.
With Creva.
Creva was there.
Pedigree.
Yeah, we had a Creva Mary that time, and we had a Creva Formation Judy that did well. We actually got overall champion 2002. Which that was a different story a lifetime ago. But Seamus, you've had a long varied career in agriculture. And Durapak, and I suppose just for people looking in, our company Creva purchased Durapak was August 23. August 23. And while in a former life, I suppose we were kind of competitors.
Yeah.
But we
for a while, very, very friendly competitors.
Very friendly competitors, and we were always talking. And I know for myself, in the early days of Creva, and I'm walking around with knapsack on my back, you were always very welcoming. And you brought me into the caravan for a cup of tea.
Good.
I'm very thankful for that.
Delighted to hear it.
Very thankful for that. But you're semi-retired now.
Well, I suppose I'm due that privilege at this stage because
Absolutely.
I'm heading towards my 70s at this stage, which is I don't feel like it, but I feel quite young and that. But the time has passed by very, very quickly. I suppose I was born on a farm.
Yeah.
I ended up going to doing an agricultural degree in UCD in the 80s.
Yeah.
Well, in the 70s, finished in the 80s, and then I joined Bailieborough Co-op in Cavan for 5 years as an agricultural advisor. And then in 86, I joined Volac, which was another Cavan company, but I was based in Cork, covering the south of Ireland, mainly Munster.
Yeah.
And then in 91, we set up Durapak, myself and a couple of Dublin guys.
Yeah.
And I suppose I've been involved in that in one shape or form since then.
And come here, going back to those early days in UCD and Volac, Ireland dairy and beef was very different then to what it is now.
Sure, I suppose, I went to UCD in 76, we joined the European Community in 73.
Yeah.
So everything was on the up.
Yeah.
Like prices, in particular for milk and beef, everything was increasing quite quickly, and farmers were developing a lot. There was a lot of development going on, agricultural development going on.
And you were always involved in development. As long as I know you, I remember hearing you involved in slash rubber and cow mats. Going back how far?
Well, in 91 we set up Durapak. It was mainly a crop packaging company.
Yeah.
We were selling plastic for bale silage and everything associated with crop packaging at that time. And in 92, I suppose, we expanded our range and we started selling EVA mats.
So in cubicle spaces, putting an EVA mat.
Yeah, I think the reason we got into that at all was a buyer in Golden Vale, as it was at the time, asked me if I could source mats.
Oh, okay.
He was interested in selling mats that a company in Mayo at the time had essentially had total control of the market.
Okay.
And he wasn't interested in supplying co-ops and merchants, he was going direct.
Yeah.
And this guy was interested in, so that's how I got into
now
it.
It's Golden Vale, that is now Kerry, I guess. Kerry now at this stage. And I think you've always said as well that the crop packaging kind of balanced the animal comfort, the 2 seasons as well, didn't it?
Well, I suppose the big thing was crop packaging. We were very busy, say from April till September.
Yeah.
And then when we were selling mats and selling silicone tubing and selling other sort of winter products, ancillary type products, they filled out the year for us.
Yeah.
and we had a kind of year-round business. Now, it took us a few years to get to that, but we did get to it, and we went right through the 90s, and we had at shows, we had a number of people kind of inquiring about, you have mats for cows, have you anything for beef cattle?
Okay.
And that's how we started looking into having something for beef farmers.
Yeah.
We did trial work we started doing trial work in 99, 2000, 2001, to those years.
And you were kind of doing a kind of at the very start, it was you were involved in like a single strip solution, like a PVC thing or something?
Well, we had 4 trial sites in Ireland, and we had because we were very successful with the EVA mat, we were anxious to go down the road of having a slatted rubber using EVA.
Oh yeah, okay.
But EVA then turned out to be, it wasn't robust enough for slatted houses.
It can kind of tend to expand.
It spread. We did a very good job in Limerick where we glued it onto the concrete. It looked fantastic at the time, but after 2 months or 2 or 3 months, it expanded so much it came off.
Okay.
So that's why we went and made a decision then to go down the road of looking at rubber.
Okay. And I suppose that's led you on to your evolution of the 3 strip now with the 2 wedges, and I mean the 3 strip with the 2 wedges. I suppose the line I always say, and by the way, in your getting close to your 70th year, you've been involved in just winning a very big project in Poland.
All right.
Well, you have. So I suppose when Creva came into Durapak, what I was always saying and was hoping for is that we'd have you involved in bigger projects abroad, and we are now at Poland. So well done with that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and I guess.
Well, I think there's good opportunities. In countries like Poland, you might still find that the greatest amount of bedding will be straw or whatever, but there'll be bigger units, and maybe only 10, 15%, 20% of the market.
Yes.
That will build slatted units or slatted houses and will actually need slatted rubber, but I think that's the direction they're going in.
And what I find as well is sometimes even as long as slash rubber is around, say in Ireland, and it's a busy market. My own theory is why slash rubber is so busy here is we have a lot of small sheds.
Yeah.
We don't have access to straw like, say, continental countries, and maybe straw was a lot cheaper over there. But here we were kind of really intense in rubber. But then when you start going abroad, they wouldn't have heard of slash rubber on slats,
That's true.
So it's still relatively new. But I think what really helped win that project was the 3 strips and the 2 wedges. So the 2 wedges, Seamus, different to competitors, just gives you kind of a stronger anchorage that you've always found.
Well, I suppose the biggest thing is that when you install it, it stays installed.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for animals to uplift.
Okay.
Because it is anchored in 2 parallel rows. It's a bit like having a foundation on the left-hand side of your house and the right-hand side of your house.
Yes.
Whereas if you have one set of wedges in the middle and you have 2 strips, it's a bit like having a foundation on the middle of your house, and you really have to have it very hard for it to succeed. Whereas you can afford to have something that's a bit softer, warmer, more comfortable when you have 2 parallel rows of wedges. It's just and the benefit then, the animals benefit and the farmer ultimately benefits, you know.
And come here, with talking about that, then I suppose that'll have to bring us on to the only really, I tell you, for a guy now who likes AI and checking about things, and I'm all the time trying to find other proper trials and research done on slash rubber.
Yeah.
But the only one that I can see done anywhere was the one involving Teagasc.
Yeah.
And because of those very reasons, Durapak came up on top.
Yeah, well, I suppose, you see, Teagasc had done trials with concrete and with other hard slatted rubbers. And they came out saying clearly there's no significant difference, there's no benefit. And farmers actually that had been using our stuff and using other slatted rubber said that's not true actually, that we're getting quite good benefits. So Teagasc were kind of forced then to review and set up a proper trial, which included 3 different slatted rubbers, bare concrete slats, and an outwintering pad.
Like when you mean outwintering, like the wood chip type thing, is it?
Yes,
Okay.
it's not important now, but that time there was interest in it, mainly because there was surplus sawdust and maybe bark mulch and that available, but now there's no interest in it. But they were forced in here to set up this trial in it's a long time ago now, but it's a comparative trial. It's the only comparative trial that was conducted using very scientific methods. Like Teagasc and Grange are very top of the range.
Yeah.
And they put 360 cattle on trial.
Yeah.
They put 72 on bare concrete slats,
Yeah.
72 on Durapak, 72 on two other slatted rubbers. They call them Mat A, Mat B, Mat C. Durapak was Mat A, Mat B was another product I won't mention who now, and Mat C I don't think to be fair.
Yeah,
but
that's fair enough.
having said that, they were competitor products. What they found big differences. So they said, we better repeat the trial to make sure there's no errors in our first results. So they repeated and they got similar results the second time. So they combined the results, they put them together, and they published them at an open day in Grange on the 8th of May 2008.
Okay.
Right?
2008 was the first time. Okay.
That's when they put it up on a board, a big board.
Yeah.
And what they actually showed at that stage, that all the animals going to the factory were 372 kilos of carcass weight off the concrete.
Yeah.
There were 386 off the Durapak. There were 375 off of it was we'll call it EF. It's an alternative brand, and then there were 381 off of Mat C. And if you superimpose money at that time, it's very different now.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was bringing in kind of 50 euros extra to a farmer
Per animal per head.
for Durapak.
Okay.
The Mat B was bringing in about a tenner
Yeah.
per head, and Mat C was bringing in about 30.
Okay.
So they were all beneficial, but Durapak was the most beneficial. And I suppose the most important thing is that it actually was paying back for itself in about 2.5 seasons.
And Seamus, I know anyone looking at this video now, we're looking at 2025 here now, and we're looking at very high prices.
Very high
But
prices.
you did the calculations based on today, then what would that mean extra?
Well, like you're talking about Mat A, if you superimpose money on the trial data of that time, you're talking about 140 euros extra for a farmer that had Durapak slatted rubber installed per head of animal.
Yeah.
Or if you had 10 cattle in the pen, to be 1,400.
Yeah.
Mat B would bring in about 23, maybe somewhere between 23 and 24 euros per head, or 230, 40 euros per 10 cattle.
Per 10 cattle, okay.
And then Mat C was bringing in about, say, 70 euros per animal, or 700 per bay.
Okay. And like, not only, like we talk about per animal, but they're also being finished earlier. So if someone wants to send them away earlier, they can. And also way less chance of injury. I was just chatting to a young lad out there now, he's talking about how they lost an animal last year, just that fell down on slats and went down on hard concrete, and so there's all those benefits side of it as well too.
You see, there is, and reduced veterinary bills. There's lots of stuff that's not taken into account with just the actual increased performance.
Yeah.
There are less veterinary bills, less casualties.
Yeah.
We haven't included any of that in the pricing really.
And like,
so they're all additional.
And in terms of like, I know in Germany now, I believe it's illegal to have any animal under 18 months of age on concrete.
Yeah.
So like, there's massive subsidies and supports, but there hasn't been anything for welfare reasons rubber on slats in Ireland for the longest time, has there, Seamus?
No, but there's been talk about it. There was a grant available a number of years ago, and that was to encourage people to use or to install slatted rubber to see the benefits.
Yes.
But that only went on for 2 seasons, really, I think.
Yeah, it kind of came and went.
Yeah.
It came and went. And I know while the trial was back in 08, I believe it was reviewed again and analysed again. I think it was 22.
Well, Dr.
19,
Bernadette.
sorry.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Dr.
2019,
Bernadette. Dr. Bernadette Early put a student, a PhD student, doing a complete review.
Okay.
And she reviewed the literature and set up a trial, and they compared Durapak with concrete, and similar results
came through again.
Yeah,
19.
And that wasn't published, I'd say, till 2021.
21, sorry. Okay.
The trial work was done over a period of 3 years before that, but it wasn't published until, I haven't the exact date. It was shown at the open day this last year. There was a 4-page report on it again in the book they produce at the open day in Grange this year.
Yeah. And look at, I suppose, Creva having purchased Durapak there, I guess 2 years ago now, we went through full due diligence as well and looking to see was there any open issues or problems. But I mean, everything out there is fine. And just to say it as well, what I keep finding is repeating customers coming back, Seamus. Like, you were able to show me a man there just during the week. I think he was not too far from Tullamore, and he had bought once, twice, 3 times every year on year.
Yeah.
And that's a lovely feeling too, to be selling a product that people keep coming back for.
It is, and I suppose from my point of view, it's I suppose I'm extremely pleased that, like, Durapak is kind of being pushed onto a new level now. We brought it as far as we could.
Nice new logo.
Yeah, but it's more than that. There are additional products, and it is moving forward in a very positive fashion. And I think our cooperation and the fact that Creva International did take over Durapak was a good thing for Durapak.
Yeah, great thing for Creva as well. I mean, for us, and again, this recent brand new project in Poland that Marcin and Hannah and everyone was involved in, like, that's maybe we're bringing the Durapak name international again too, you know. But so it's very exciting for all of us, and we have the new additions coming in. Well, I won't say John Joe now maybe isn't the youngest now, but he's very fresh. But we have Jamie.
There's a lot of experience, huh?
That's fantastic. But what I say, the new cubs coming in, Jamie has great interest, and
he's kind of he's young, but he's an old head and young shoulders. That's what I see.
Yeah. And John Joe and Jamie, in fairness, I have to give them credit in terms of the long life solutions for long life cows. The new logo, I mean, it's tremendous, you know. But Seamus, I just want to say, put it on record as well, thank you very much, and I tell you, it's been a pleasure to be your competitor. It's been a pleasure to work with you.
Yes.
So, and as long more as you want to stay in the business, we want you here. But what do you think yourself? Where can you see Durapak going over the next few years?
Well, I think the sky is the limit, to be honest, Noel, with you. The sky is the limit, especially when you bring it international. There are loads of opportunities all over the world. It's something that we weren't in a position to do, I suppose. But it takes new energy and new people to see the possibilities, and I think you are seeing them and you're acting on them, and you're to be congratulated.
Absolutely. Seamus, thanks a million.
Nice talking to you, Noel.